Okay, Miguel, Shane, voy a repetir mis instrucciones. I will repeat my instructions. Una pelea limpia. Give me a nice clean match. Obedece mis instrucciones durante la pelea. Obey my commands. Protégate durante el combate todo el tiempo. Protect yourself at all times. Good luck to you.
Nothing more to say. Miguel Cotto. Can he remain unbeaten? Sugar Shane Mosley. Can he rise to the occasion one more time? 9 years separates them. Now only a few feet separate them. And they are ready. Round one. Mosley, three-punch combination. He landed a right hand to the body. Cotto comes in, tried to place that left hand. Starting to inch towards that left side. That right hand will come over and try to catch the oncoming. If you fire off the left hook in a timely fashion, it cannot do. Mosley. Range finding with that jab. There's that right hand to the body again.
He's a good body puncher, Mosley. I think, you know, it's overlooked somewhat. That right hand's a little short, I thought, from Cotto.
First half of this first round, Shane working a bit more. Cotto tries to come in with the left hook. Cotto staying patient right now.
Habitually a slow starter. So you know it's only going to get better from here. Good left
hook. Showed good hand speed that time. Remember what happened in the first round against Zab Judah. So both men have had their moments here in round number one. Seen the rights to the body from Mosley. Good work with the jab. Now Cotto to anything Cotto puts forth.
Mosley seems a little bit tight to me right now, Joe. Oh, good left uppercut.
Left uppercut when they were on the inside. The left hand of Mosley was tied up with the right arm of Cotto, but with that left hand free, he was able to let loose with that uppercut. Coming to the end of round one.
Mosley's best shot right there, overhand right. It was a good first round for Cotto, Joe. I'll tell you what, Mosley just seems very, very tight to me. In fact, I thought he was breathing with his mouth open a little bit, like he might have been hyperventilating in the first round.
Mosley tries to go back to the body with that right hand. Cotto almost clipped him with a right hand as he took that half step forward.
And leaves his entire body square to his opponent. And you notice there Cotto's able to reach him with that left hand. Short was the distance between the two of them.
The fact that, you know, Shane's strong. There's a right hand from Cotto. But Cotto has the bigger physical presence just looking at the two of them in the ring right now.
Yeah, Shane looks a little, you know, this is, excuse me, Joe, this is not unlike the way his fight with De La Hoya started, the first fight back in 2000. And that was, Mosley again was a little bit tight, tried to do things a little bit too quickly, and it took him about, I would say, 4 or 5 rounds to really settle into the fight. Now, De La Hoya does not have the same intensity of attack.
Triples up that jab. It's a good jab from Cotto, right back at him. Just missed with that uppercut. Had success with that left uppercut in round number one.
Oh, you know, Mosley has missed several times badly with that right hand. He's made himself very vulnerable to a left hook. That was a good left hook by Mosley.
Good left hand by Mosley. We'll see if Cotto can react and come back with a left hand in the zone when Mosley goes up top. Two-punch combination from Mosley. He's been fine with the right to the body, but when he headhunts with it, he's been off the mark early on.
Yeah, Cotto's been able to turn away from it a little bit.
There's a good sharp right hand by Sugar Shane. Sharp right hand, and Cotto immediately just fires back. That's typical Cotto, and now Shane comes right back with a right hand of his own.
But I'll tell you what, that's the kind of punch that generally puts Cotto in trouble, and he survived it pretty well.
He did. What an exciting finish to round number 2 as they exchange here. Good stuff from the Garden.
All right, let's take a look at some of that second round action. A real good round for Shane Mosley, although there was a real good left hook to the body by Cotto and a good jab. Most of Mosley's good work came in the second half of the round, Joe.
Very interesting to hear the comments from his father and trainer, Jack Mosley, at the conclusion of that second round, because he was echoing some of the thoughts you had, Wally.
There's no doubt that he started out a little bit tight, but he seems to be warming up to his task. That was a good right to the body by Mosley. That was steaming.
Right to the midsection.
Oh,
snap jab.
Snappy jab.
From Miguel Cotto. That right hand moments ago.
Yeah, you know, we've only seen these guys in there 7 minutes in total, but I'm very surprised by the effectiveness of Cotto's jab so far.
Doubles it up, went downstairs, upstairs, didn't bring the right hand behind him, but there's a chopping right
behind
hand
the ear
from Mosley. And Cotto once again steadies himself. So there have been 2 big right hands that Mosley is able to land, and Cotto not affected the way he once was earlier in his career by shots like that.
Those were effective, though. I'm telling you, man. Those shots behind the ear, I guarantee you, he felt those.
Oh, he's putting something in the bank right there. But as we've noted, we've seen shots from that Cotto has absorbed that have not worked out that way of continuing on a round like this.
Agreed. That was a very, very dangerous uppercut that Mosley just threw. He just threw it a little bit short and didn't quite get Cotto the way he wanted to.
Hey, we knew it going in. Miguel Cotto gets hit. Right hand to the body from Cotto.
All right, let him go. Step out.
Good short hook there by Mosley.
Left hand, and there's that left hand of his own, and Mosley comes right back with a right hand. Mosley is committed to the cause, and there's a right hand by Cotto. Back and forth they go, double right hand, one to the body, one upstairs, swinging away. Cotto comes back. Boy, this crowd is getting their money's worth, and they're only 9 minutes in.
Tremendous
Mosley not disappointing at all.
You see that right hand by Mosley, caught Cotto behind the ear, then he follows it up with another one, which kind of grazed. And now Cotto, who's actually, his hand speed has held up very, very well, I think, in comparison with Mosley's.
Well, the right hand has worked the past 2 rounds. Wally, how do you have it through 3?
I gave Mosley rounds 2 and 3, so I got him up by a point. But I'll tell you something, I am very surprised that Mosley is not using his hand speed as Cotto starts.
And it makes for an entertaining fight.
Oh, yeah. No, for our purposes, it's great.
Shane opens up. He's done it. Oh,
He's
that
done it.
Short right uppercut. Very effective. Cotto tries to come back with a right hand to the body. Shane puts a left hand to the body. Cotto back with a snap jab. Tries to chop down with a right hand. He's had success the past 2 rounds with that. Combination from Cotto.
Very good.
Body punches. 2 of them come in, as does a left hook upstairs from Cotto. Snap jab. He's had success with that, utilizing it so far. Both men trying to send uppercuts on the inside with one arm free.
I'll tell you this, Joe. If Mosley cannot get more of a reaction out of Cotto, he's in for a bad night here. Even though I've got him with an early lead here, if he can't hurt Cotto, Cotto's going to walk through him like he did walk through Judah and Malinaji.
Good, solid right hand from the undefeated champion. Overhand right again from Mosley. Thunderous shots that Mosley's sending off.
Let me tell you something.
Not staggering Cotto at all.
If we're shocked, you can imagine how Mosley feels.
Remember that question mark we put next to the chin in our lead up to this fight? You can remove it.
Wow. You see a little frustration in Mosley there?
He knows what he's accomplished and what the results should be, but they're not the results he's getting.
Wow, Mosley really drove that right hand in that time.
There have been 5 or 6 of those, but Cotto is still right there in front of him, firing back. Comes back with a short left hand. Crowd reacts. Mosley charges forward again. Good, solid 4th round.
Boy, oh boy. They're both fighting a great fight, but right now...
Right back to the jab. Right hand from Cotto. Mosley fires back a right hand of his own.
Wow, you know what? I really don't know if Mosley can maintain this pace. I swear. This is a brutal fight, and it's Cotto's fight.
Brutal is a descriptive that you can often apply to a Miguel Cotto fight.
Yeah, this is his fight, huh?
None of that applies here.
Let him go, let him go, let him go.
And the decisions you make, maybe to hang on just a little more, just a little longer when you get to the inside instead of working.
And you want to know something, Cotto hasn't even really started working the body yet.
No. On the face of Shane Mosley.
And I see some fatigue.
The mouth is open.
Yep.
Halfway through this 5th round, Cotto just forces you to go to a place that's not comfortable.
Nope, to the punching.
And this is a Shane Mosley that's not exactly disappointing.
No, Shane's very good. Good short punch inside by Cotto.
Where all it takes is 6 inches to turn that over and make it effective. There's that chopping right hand that Mosley has had success with throughout the early goings here tonight.
Well, you know, here's the thing about Cotto, man. Look at that.
2-punch combination. Steps forward after absorbing that right hand.
Stronger as the fight goes on.
He's a boulder going downhill.
Yep.
Shane tries to fire off that right hand again. Lands one. Cotto, uppercut on the inside before Shane lands a left hand to the body. If you showed me some of the punches that Mosley landed in the first half of this fight before the fight, glad to be back in 8-ounce gloves against the guy whose chin has been questioned throughout his career.
Yep.
But tonight, he is as strong as he's ever been, Miguel Cotto.
And I don't know how you do that. I really don't know how you strengthen the chin, but Cotto has found the way.
Is that at 147 pounds, and the more he matures into 147 pounds and figures out how to be the right 147 pounds, his foundation is better.
Yeah, it gets easier for him to get to the weight without, without dehydrating, without, killing himself.
Which affects the chin.
Really been, for me, the punch of the fight. Wow. Good lead right by Cotto.
Shane looking for an opening underneath. Instead, Cotto driving home, a left hand to the body. Shane misses over the top of the right hand. Snapping jab from Cotto.
Idea of how he was going to win this fight.
First we've seen of it. Shane Mosley circling. Mark it down. Minutes ago in round 6, left hook realizes the strength advantage, and things have changed, and he's looking to gather himself and recalculate this formula. He looks a little weathered here as we come to the end of round number 6. Swelling in the face, mouth open, backing up, circling out, and still the bull comes forward, looking to trample. Miguel Cotto finding his way as we reach the halfway point of this welterweight title fight. No, this is as good of a 36-year-old man as you're going to see in terms of speed. But this is a 27-year-old man.
There was a good shot there by Mosley, a right hand over the top.
With a left hand.
Mosley now trying to keep his distance and he's trying to get Cotto to commit himself first so he can lunge in and then counter.
Catch him coming in.
But, Cotto's a little smarter than that. And kind of waved him back and forth. That's a sign of frustration.
There's the right hand by Mosley. Cotto comes right back. Comes right back and returns fire. Just maybe a good shot can turn things around. Cotto is there to meet him.
I'll tell you what, Cotto is a killer of spirit. He really is. He plunges you into despair.
Mosley.
Look at that. Mosley landed the punch and then backed off.
Double jab, works his way into the front door. Mosley tries to fight his way off of that position, but the left hook came in. Another right hand trying to get over that left of Cotto. Cotto Mosley, end of 7.
Well, I'll tell you, I've got Cotto an expanding 3-point lead, 68-65. I have not given Shane Mosley a round since round 3.
To the 27-year-old undefeated star in the making. Double jab from Cotto. Is it me, or does it seem like his hand speed has improved?
No, it's you, and his hand speed has improved. Now, why would Cotto do that?
All of a sudden, makes the turn.
I mean, everything seems to be going pretty well for him. I don't see any reason to turn southpaw. I know he's a natural lefty, but really.
Mosley tried to counter with a right hand.
In full belief that when he hits Cotto with those shots, he's going to get a reaction, if not a knockout. And at this point, here we are 8 rounds into this, and he hasn't even made a dent.
He hasn't made a dent, and he has landed some hammering shots.
Oh, yeah.
Good right hand from Cotto.
Mosley just has not had enough on his jab really to set anything up with it. And by the same token, you know, in contrast, Cotto's jab has been a ramrod. It's been enough. You can almost feel the sense of anticipation is out of the building now. You know what I'm saying?
He's done that.
It's like this is settled.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at what Cotto did in round 8. That right to the body, and then the right to the head over the top. And there's that jab again, that popping jab from Cotto. Now we'll see that right lead, which came from way outside. Boom. Did you hear who knew what round it was right away? Mosley. He's keeping track.
He's keeping track because that's what a fighter does when they're going into survival mode.
You better believe he's like counting how many.
They're counting down.
Yep. Yeah,
round number 9.
Those lungs are on fire. Wow.
That was cupping left hook by Cotto. He did not turn it over and get the front part of the glove.
You know, it looks to me like he's taking a rest. You know, I think he knows.
Feel.
Yeah, he knows he's got a big lead at this point, you know. I don't think he's worried at all about being hurt by Mosley.
He may be taking a rest, but Mosley's happy for it.
Oh, no doubt. He's doing 2 guys a favor. Mosley trying
that right hand from Mosley, the overhand right hand. Good
left
shot from Mosley.
Best one in about 4 rounds.
By far. Timed it right. Cotto just dipped that right hand, and it hit the mark. So now Mosley looks to be more the aggressor here with a minute to go in round 9.
And, you know, we may still get, you know, one of those Miguel Cotto moments where you think, you know, he's done. You never know.
That'll just wear you down more.
Oh, yeah.
Takes just as much energy to deal with the grappling as it does to throw and absorb punches.
How discouraging is that?
There's a right hand that lands. So Shane Mosley is having his best round by far since the early goings.
Yeah. Cotto's right back, though. Oh, man.
Cotto comes back just before the bell.
All right, let's take a look. Mosley had a very good round in round 9, but I'll tell you what, I saw something terrible at the end of the round, and I'll tell you after this replay. There's a left hook, which really didn't have a lot on it from Cotto, but you see Mosley's legs.
It's so funny because the storyline continues. Mosley has moments of success that are actually discouraging.
Yeah, absolutely. Discouraging to Mosley. That's a tremendous observation.
Chases him down again against the ropes. How will it play out? A right hand lands from Mosley, and maybe Cotto is affected.
Yeah, Cotto fell into the ropes.
And what a break he's catching here. What a break he is catching here.
Oh my God. The referee stopped
Benjy Esteves calls for the water to be wiped up at the most untimely moment you could ever pick. After being hit by a right hand and clearly affected, a little pause in the action.
And even the pro-Cotto crowd booed.
Shane Mosley has rallied back here in round 9 and 10, and the crowd is rewarding him.
I'll tell you
know what? They like a great fight.
Good for them, but I mean, Mosley has fought valiantly, if not always well. I shouldn't say that. He's fought well,
over the top,
but not always effectively.
He could be tightening things up on the scorecards.
Yeah, he might be.
Both men working with the free hand on the inside now. You can just see lifting that right leg there, being pushed back easily. That's a good uppercut. Right uppercut comes in, as does a second from Shane Mosley.
I'll tell you what, Joe, there's only one word to describe Mosley's effort in this round, and that is gallant. Because he is exhausted. He just got hit with a great left hook.
There's an opportunity to fire off, and he didn't. His father imploring him, you have to work, but Cotto fires back instead.
Quite frankly, Joe, I think he's given us everything he's got. I think he's given us.
I will, says Cotto. Good left hook. Cotto, late rally here. Mosley trying to meet him punch for punch. They close out the 10th round in style.
For Cotto, because I gave the last 2 rounds to Mosley. So conceivably, Mosley's in this fight. I just get the feeling that he is so wrung out. I don't know what he's got left.
I agree with you. Last 2 rounds to Shane Mosley. Those middle rounds to Cotto. Early going, we know what we saw. Things have indeed tightened up here. Lunging left hand to the body. The left hook lands to the body from Shane Mosley. Cotto to the inside with a short, crisp right hand.
And you can't do it any better than that.
Another right hand comes in. Mosley digs twice with 2 left hooks to the body. Now Mosley chopping with right hands with Cotto against the ropes. And Cotto's the one who looks to get away.
Wow. Just missed a right hand, a right uppercut by Cotto. We got some blood on the right side of Mosley.
That's what I'm looking at right now. See if we can get a good look at it.
Certainly a lot of swelling. He's getting that soft look around both of his eyes.
Mosley tries to turn that uppercut into something. See a lot of swelling around that.
Very soft.
Remember what Cotto was able to do to the right side of the face of Paulie Malignaggi. Last 20 seconds.
Cotto's backing off right now.
He's done it a couple times in this round. Mosley really turned things around in round number 9. He became the aggressor, and it worked. Cotto now.
Wow.
The twists and turns that each and every round has had in these last 3 has been spectacular.
Incredible.
Wally, it wouldn't be shocking on the ringside scorecards if this was a determining round.
It would be to me. I must be honest with you.
Well, you just had it 96-94.
Yeah, but I just gave Cotto that round.
Last round.
Yeah,
okay, so you have a margin.
Yeah. Believe me, I was in love with the idea of the turnaround for Mosley as well because it's very dramatic, but I think Cotto won that round. So I think Mosley needs a knockout. When I hear Jack Mosley saying use your legs, I hope he means, you know, to drive in with your punches. And
not to get away.
Because you need this.
No doubt about it. Cotto has gotten the best of it. But Mosley, that's a slip. Mosley has had his moments, has courageously fought back.
He really has. And, you know, Cotto, I guess, is doing the smart thing here. He's actually trying to stay away. He doesn't want to give Mosley the chance of, you know, that last gasp knockout that pulls out the fight. I was kind of surprised, though, to see Cotto backing up in this 12th round.
Agreed. He banked a lot of rounds in the middle of this fight.
Yeah, I think he knows it. I mean, let's face it, nobody knows better than the two guys in the ring how this is going. Now, to me, Mosley's got 56 seconds right now to get this done, and I just don't think he's got it. Look at that.
Complaining of a clash.
Yeah.
The right side of the face of Miguel Cotto.
Yeah, it's too late to make any difference. Well, you know what? Let's give Cotto his props, man. He matched Shane Mosley for hand speed and stood up to the punching power, and I don't think anybody would have predicted either of those things.
The chin, always been a question mark. The hand speed thought to be a big edge for Shane Mosley. Both those questions answered by Miguel Cotto.
Glenn Feldman and Peter Trematerra both have it 115, 113. Wynn Kintz 116, 113 to the winner by unanimous decision. Damas y caballeros de Caguas, Puerto Rico.